Yes, this is Tippy I. The time has come for the Lions to tell our own story. You're listening to the Lion's Voice vlog. Respect and love from St. Croix VI to the world. Rastafari.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Rastafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice.
So,
Rastafari.
no, my father came from a very well educated Haitian family in Port-au-Prince. Obviously, with you see the schools I went to, he stressed education and excellence
Yes.
to a high degree. And, I'm on a track like him to maybe go law school, and he sees this life for me now that I now sprouting my natties. He see that as throwing away all the hard work he did.
Yeah.
To the point where one time he come up behind me with a pick at the dinner table and start picking out my little natties, brother. But over the years, as many Rasses can testify,
Yes.
mommy and daddy come around,
Yeah, man.
grandma and
It's
auntie
sweet.
come around.
It's sweet.
When they see your life, when they see your productivity, when you
Yes.
see you're not lazy as a Rasta man. We
Exactly.
don't burn weed and sit down. I don't
No.
know about that life.
No.
I burn weed and walk.
Exactly.
Real talk. So when you
Yeah.
see that kind of, prioritization and productivity as a human, my father really came around and brought to be very proud of me as a Rasta man.
Give thanks.
So,
Give thanks.
1995, I went to Cameroon for about 3 months, studied and got fluent in French at the time, and was able to really increase that language skill. And also Kenya. And the second half of that trip, I went to Kenya for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent about 6 months on the continent. I also went to Tanzania, stayed at Pete O'Neill's ranch. If you don't know about Pete O'Neill,
Yes.
look him up.
Legendary Black Panther.
Black Panther from Kansas City, who was brought up on some false gun charges and left, went Algeria and then Tanzania, and has lived there for the past, how much years? 50 years now, 60 years now.
Legend.
And has an amazing estate, farm, business. He's a leader, a community leader, well respected elder in the community. Stayed with him for 2 weeks. Really opened my eyes to a lot. My second trip to Africa was South Africa, and I went there on an educational mission. I told you I was a teacher at the time, so I was doing various teaching projects in some of the townships, and also just visiting the land. Third trip was to Ethiopia, because my wife is from Ethiopia.
Okay,
Yes.
royal.
So connecting with her family in Addis and traveling. I didn't make it up north yet on my one trip to Ethiopia, but got to go around the regional areas of Addis and spend a good couple months. So yeah, and then finally my fourth trip was with Aki Beka, and we went to Cote d'Ivoire,
Okay.
to Ivory Coast.
Yes, how was that?
Amazing. Yeah, man. 3 shows we did.
And that's a big reggae market.
Huge.
Yeah.
Reggae is huge. There's a 24-hour reggae station in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, man.
Of course, they have big reggae stars.
Yeah, man.
And Midnite Akibaka name ring big in them region.
What were the forwards like in
Mama Africa, love the life you live. Great Zimbabwe, wow. So many tunes, most of them from the first 3 albums. So many layers and levels. And I feel as a man, as a Rasta man, I went through different layers and levels of really overstanding and appreciating what His Majesty did and does for Iva, right? First, it was the political side, because I was a student, I was a political science major in college, African politics.
Yes.
That's what I studied. I was focused on Cameroon and Kenya. I wrote a thesis and traveled to those countries. And
Brilliant. We love
it. His Majesty as a statesman is the first and the most recognizable way that the light shined upon I. When I see how he presents himself, from everything from posture to dress to words to stagecraft to equality of love for all humanity, examples to show for humankind. When we see that kind of political leadership, me as a student of politics, I say, whoa, right? And then as a Rasta man, within balancing the Godhead of Haile Selassie, feature, the Godhead, which we know He is the Godhead for I and I. We also acknowledge He's not the Godhead for all humankind. It's for those who seek.
Yes, sir.
And for me to seek that within how His Majesty come to me as a Christ, as the same Spirit, but as a King,
Yes.
as the King of Kings, political leader, control army and guns.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This year I have to really go through stages of understanding. For me, being a student at the time, to read more and understand more and really check the levels of His Majesty's life and check the levels of how his life progressed, as Ras Asher was just saying on the balcony there, understanding the different stages of His Majesty's life.
Yes, yes.
And how that's
Big
an
up Ras
example.
Asher.
No, it's around, but it's
Yeah.
not among the leading lights in Jamaica anymore.
Okay.
But
Is
it's
it here in
there.
St. Croix?
Yeah, man, it's here in
Give
St.
me
Croix.
some artists. Give me some
Oh,
artists.
from
This is
St.
that
Croix, right
highlight.
shot. Well, you saw a lot of them.
Yeah.
Ras Batch,
Okay.
Ras Attitude,
Big up Ras
Mother
Batch.
Nile, the whole
Yeah,
Sound
man.
Vision
Ras
camp.
Attitude. Yeah.
You have Dean Pan's camp and Glamorous Records back in the day, which was Ras Army. You have we have all kind of Saji had a camp with different artists like Sabbatical Ada, Bobo Ites. You have Danny I, who I've worked with for many albums
man.
now, about 3-4 albums we've done. Rima we mentioned, Desiree we mentioned already.
Desiree, one of my favorite artists right now, you know.
Yeah, man, the list long, my brother.
Yeah.
Abja. You have endless artists who perform and write but haven't had albums out there worldwide. Understand? Man like Revelation, man like Charoni. Man, I gonna leave out man, sorry about that, but we have a lot of
Anytime
man
you call
and woman.
name, yeah,
a lot of man and woman who've been doing this here, who's
Yeah.
singing these songs. Like you said, well, this is a interesting time. This is the time that they spoke about thousands of years ago. I think
Yes,
we're
sir.
at that turning point time right now. To me, it's the most, as a student of history, this is the most interesting time to be alive.
Yes, I.
And I carry a certain responsibility now. From you know that historically speaking, you know how important your little blip of existence is to this trad of humanity, and whatever little input you kind of drop in the bucket even.
Yes.
Whether that's on the polarity of good or the polarity of evil. You know, and I don't want to simplify it so simple, but in the end it comes down to that.
Yeah, man.
And I think the creative arts is crucial, my brother, because there's nothing else that captures the youth.
Yes.
What other form of media captures this generation that every corporation covets? Wow. Yeah, well, I saw it go through all the stages from, like I told you, Midnite being a band in St. Croix to touring all over the world. And, you mentioned the period in the early 2000s when VI Reggae bust out
Yeah.
like a big light. And, this was kind of like a precursor to the reggae revival
Yes.
movement. And a lot of the reggae revival movements point to Vaughn's lyrics
Yeah, man.
as inspiration. So you don't know, everything moves in waves. And at that time, when Midnite first hit California in early 2000s, it was like viral without YouTube and any of these things yet, because every Midnite show was at least 3 or 4 hours long, and every night is a different set list without anything preset.
Okay.
And this is almost unheard of in music. So you mix in the message of Sizzla and Bob Marley with the format of the Grateful Dead
Yes.
and Fish. So you have all kind of people who follow Midnite around as a jam band to see. Every night is a whole different experience. Every night Vaughn singing different lyrics out of mind on different songs and blending different songs, and unheard of,
Yeah.
Tempos
Legendary.
slow
Yeah.
sometimes, tempos fast and up sometimes, and a Midnite show in them times was an experience.
Yeah, man, legendary.
So that really lit the fire for VI Reggae to now forward. It created a stream for all the other artists to come in and say, yeah, VI Reggae. You know what I mean? So it definitely that couldn't have happened. That period couldn't have happened without Midnite.
Give thanks.
Yeah, but later it was different. Like I saw the whole phases, and when I was working on the road with him, it was 2016, 2017.
So that was the apex.
No.
Oh no.
What I would say in
yeah.
terms of numbers, the early 2000s,
That was the apex.
maybe mid
Yeah.
2010, 2012.
Yeah,
By then
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, yeah, Midnite is on festivals top line,
Yeah, yeah,
reggae
yeah.
festivals top line. So, but Aki Becca now, after Vaughn
After the
transition
Yeah.
from Midnite to Aki Becca now, was an unprecedented thing too. Vaughn broke all the rules.
Yeah.
The man never put his face on a cover.
No.
Not once they tell you how important it is for your image and your brand. Never once he did that. Only one time I see it, the last album, somebody violated.
Yeah.
Anyway, he now broke the rules of not promoting. You have to go promote one single. No. You have to, keep your songs up tempo and short. He broke all them rules there. So, the stream of music started to create this accumulation. They told you shouldn't put out more than one album a year. Man was putting out 6, 7, 8 albums a year. So, and he's always said like, well, how much cable channels you have? How many websites I have? You want me to slow down my output? And you have all that information. So he was on a mission. The man was different.
Angelic.
Never do unprecedented mission.
Yeah, man. Angelic.
Yeah, man. Rastafari, the only tradition, way of life, liberty, religion, if you want to call it that has penetrated the four corners like this. I don't see any other one. I haven't traveled to Asia, but all over Latin America, Europe, and Africa that I've been, Rastafari hold a particular respect. From you tried as a Rasta man with locks, you get a particular respect.
Yes, a different level, yes.
And it's a powerful thing, and it's a testimony to the elders. It's a testimony to the man who stand firm within righteousness in their self and the self-improvement mission of every man and woman. That is what paved the way for Bob Marley to come.
Yes.
And why, when I go the streets of Douala, Cameroon, as a young natty, Bob Marley,
yes.
all I hear.
Yeah.
So that's the power of this word, sound power, you just say.
Yeah,
reggae music is not just the music, and it's not just a word.
Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice. She's like the flowers in my garden, and her heart has never hardened, and she give me loving in the morning. Babylon, you a go fall without no warning. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could be my children's mother, but those two girls, we both could help each other, and then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. Started in the village, now we in the city. Journey where we have together, everybody see. Spent a little time out in captivity. Babylon, their plan was to destroy the family. Still I want you to bring a child for me. Maybe in the spring when birds are sing lovely, maybe we could plan to have a summer baby. I can be the man that you depend on. Put the pen to the paper, made a love song. Babylon, they separated us for so long.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. King of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I like himself. Where's right for ruler? Hey yo! Yeah. Hail them high, hail the black king, born the 23rd of July. So tell them guy, who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time, them a try. Them Romans, now them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them comes without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion way come conquer Judah tribe.
Who?
Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in Toronto, straight at
Works is happening.
Fireball.
Yes, I.
Man of the night.
Yes, I.
Man of the night. Man of the moment.
Say something to the Lion Voice family.
Yes, give thanks. Give thanks to the Lion voice. Without the Lion, we will have no voice. Telling the Lion tale, the story, or the original story. Yes, we give thanks. We're here in St. Croix with the great Josh Master and Mama Walletti and Tafari, Zadi, and all the great brethren and sisters. And we're thankful for this great 93rd celebration of Their Majesty Haile Selassie I and Empress Benin. It was a great journey, and they set break records that go back to Nubian, Nubian heritage, way back to Kemet, with that marriage on the same day. Not at the same time, but at the same day, because it was hours apart. So we give thanks for that and say that Their Majesty lives, Their Majesties live, and we're following in the path of Their Majesty.
So how did I find this trip, this events? Because I'm here because of the I recommendation, but how did you've been to hundreds of these over the years, how did you find this? The ISIS, the university.
The ISIS was good. ISIS was good. The whole vibe was good.
Yes.
Moving forward, Rastafari, vibe needs strengthening, and I volunteer to come if they need me to help strengthen the vibe. But this is a place that Rastafari has stand predominate over the last 30 plus years, and it seems to be that now that we having all these different ins and outs and divide and conquer stuff, but it's a place that the seed is already blossoming, so we just had to give it strength. But the production was good. I saw the eye perform, was very good. The whole crucial performances was good. The event at the university was excellent. I think it was a great production, and the Bingi gatherings was great. So we give thanks and we set out we're going forward with strength. Rastafari. This is the Lion's voice.
Haile. Yes. Give thanks, just say cool. Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of His chosen Queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwasi Bansum, aka the Chasmatch Kwasi, aka Ras Kwasi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man. I'm a creative industry attorney, I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion Voice vlog. Me have to put vlog in there because we dip on the road in St. Croix. And I tell the item is a joy for meet the St. Croix family. Been watching online, of course, met Von Benjamin, the whole vibration. But I have a very special guest. I'm so happy to have this brother, because a long time I want to meet this brother and grown with this brother, but we are going to do it on camera. Right. So exclusive. Exclusive. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Tippy himself, the high grade dub master, just coming from my and I brethren, Gabri Selassie, Kingston Dub Club, fresh. Yeah, man. I'm Gabri from before, all of that build up. So
Respect Gabri.
to see, yeah, man, big up Gabri, to see that vision is an inspiration to I and I. But just introduce yourself and
Yeah, man.
No?
My name is Tippy. I'm from St. Croix, this island right here. Yeah, I'm a music producer, music engineer, dub mixing engineer. I went to law school, so I do legal work as well. Like the brother, so a long time I wanted to reason about that same way, because
Yes,
we have a unique perspective on
Yes.
the laws and the grid lines of power
Yes.
in this world when you really study the laws. So I salute your works, brother.
Yeah, man.
I've been
Give
watching you
thanks.
for years. So
Give thanks.
respect.
And this brother don't know that he's about to get drafted into the Haile Selassie Foundation for Law and Society, which we have a Rastafari non-profit with just attorneys. And, the brethren has been law degree, so we give thanks. We're going to make that connection. But just talk to us. Where did it start for the eye? Where was the eye born? What was the eye journey to Rastafari? Because I look at the eye background, and the eye have an esteemed background for any faith. The eye background is esteemed. But where did the journey start for the eye?
Port-au-Prince, Haiti is where I was born.
Okay.
My father is Haitian.
He explained the revolutionary side right away.
That's right away. Bloodline.
Yeah.
My mother is American from Los Angeles.
Okay.
They met in UCLA. They came to St. Croix to live. My father wanted one of his children born in his homeland, so he took my pregnant mother to Haiti to have me come right back St. Croix. That kind of thing. So I grew up here in St. Croix, Christiansted, went to school here, went to college, went to Harvard College in 1992.
Esteemed.
See that? I was a teacher after that, a middle school teacher in Harlem for 4 years.
Okay.
And I went to law school, went to Yale Law School.
Esteemed again.
And coming out of law school, I knew I didn't want to practice law.
Yeah.
I saw my father's life within the practice of law, and I said, no, I don't want to.
Yes.
So I wanted to be more flexible and also not have the life of taking on people's arguments.
Yes.
It's a stressful life when you just take on arguments all day.
I don't do litigation, but I understand what the brother is saying, because I have done litigation, and it is very stressful.
Yeah. And I saw the toll of even just lawyering on my father, because you're doing a job where your whole purpose, unless you're doing more revolutionary work like you, but as a commonplace lawyer, you're trying to find a conclusion that's already set.
Yes.
And you massage the facts to get to that
conclusion.
It's a dangerous skill, bro.
It's true.
It's a very dangerous double-edged sword skill.
It's true.
I saw it affect my father. I saw it affect many people who practice law. I said no. So I went a more creative route, and music, Von Benjamin really is what saved me from that route.
Okay.
Yeah, while I was in law school, I started working with Von.
So were you Rastafari at this time? So when was the first time that you became conscious of Rastafari in the eye journey?
1994.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the catalyst?
The catalyst was reggae music.
Okay.
I will tell you straight. It was Bob Marley and Sizzla.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fire time.
Yeah, man. And being in college and being very open to build myself, you might say discover yourself, but I might say build yourself at that age of 18, 19. Building myself and knowing what kind of pathway to walk. And I grew up in the Catholic Church. I got to see every Sunday, the praising of a dead, iconic figure.
Yes.
And all of the many other problems with Christianity opened my eyes. So I give thanks for that experience to open my spiritual eyes to a different way. And Rastafari is the way. That was for I. And
so
it's not for everybody, but it is for I and I who realize our true selves and embrace natural vibes, embrace liberation, embrace self-knowledge, embrace natural ways of living. It makes more sense for me.
So 94, how old were you at this time?
19.
A young man, fullness of your strength. What was it about the emperor that was so compelling? Because, a lot of ones, and on my channel, we make the distinction, because there's those who say Rasta, but they're in the culture, they're not really on the emperor side of the thing. From the listening to Von music and reasoning with him, I know he's a man that deal with the emperor straight. Absolutely. So for the eye, what was it about the emperor that make you say, I'm going to reject society and follow this man?
Yeah, his words. And I said reggae music, Bob Marley is the catalyst, because that's the truth for me as a young man.
the flowers in my garden, and her heart has never hardened, and she give me loving in the morning. Babylon, you a go fall without no warning. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. And then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. Started in the village, now we in the city. Journey where we have together, everybody see. Spent a little time out in captivity. Babylon, their plan was to destroy the family. Still I want you to bring a child for me. Maybe in the spring when birds are sing lovely, maybe we could plan to have a summer baby. I can be the man that you depend on. Put the pen to the paper, made a love song. Babylon, they separated us for so long, and the reason that they hated us was so wrong. Still the most High, he created us, we so strong. Then same Kushite and the Dogon. Love your melanin, no follow fi them program. Black woman, me nah go pass on you fi no one. No, no one, that's my slogan. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. Then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. She's like the oxygen in my flame, loving where we have nobody can contain. Love so powerful, survive shackle and chain. Love it cross the ocean way before planes. Love survive them torture, rape and dear pain. When one escape, then the other get blame. That's why I never put no one above you. That's why I'm not ashamed to say I love you. That's why them dirty Babylon, they judge you. Feel the power when I kiss and when I hug you. Hold you for hours when I think about how they grudge you. I'm a lion, so I never gonna bug you. No, I just wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. Then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I coulda be my children's mother, but no struggle, so we both could help each other. She's like the heart a beating on my chest. I feel confess right now she are the best. She cuss me out, then go clean up my mess. When me so sit out, no